Wonderful job, Java folks. Put your hands together for our dancing sea lion. He is quite talented. Now, a seal will not be able to do that because they can't rotate their rear flippers up underneath their bodies. Now, another difference between seals and sea lions is found in their necks. Sea lions have very long and flexible necks. In fact, Java's neck is so long that Andy sees that red and white buoy on a stick to reach it all the way up there. That's pretty impressive, but his neck is so long and so flexible that he can touch his nose all the way to his back. Check this out. Yikes! Now come on folks, put your hands together for that. That is some flexibility. Now a seal's neck is still flexible, it's just not as nearly as long as a sea lion's. Another difference between seals and sea lions is found in their ears. Now if you take a close look at the side of Java's head, you'll see that he has some small external ear flaps. And Anna's actually pointing one of those out for you. Now seals don't have these ear flaps, they just have small openings behind each eye. And the final difference between seals and sea lions is found in their front flippers. Sea lions have very large and powerful front flippers, and Java's giving you another great look at those. Now he uses these to walk around on all fours on land, as you saw, as well as to go through those fabulous dance moves, but he also uses them to pull his body through the water while he's swimming. And he's actually going to show you show off his speed swim, and off he goes. And here he comes right back. You see he uses those great big powerful front flippers to pull his body through the water and create that really big wake behind him. Now unlike a seal who has much shorter front flippers, which they use for steering, and they use their rear flippers to push their bodies through the water. And now that you know some of those differences between seals and sea lions, don't forget to visit our harbor seals and gray seal out in front of the aquarium to see if you can point out those differences for yourselves. But folks, I have just realized we are about halfway through our show here, and I haven't given Java and Anna had a chance to greet each other yet. I haven't given them that chance, and that's just not right. So before we go any further, we should pause for a moment and allow these two to have a quick greeting with a nice little flipper shake. That's very nice, you two, and very sweet. That's right, folks, that was very sweet. But you know what? Since I did forget, and we are halfway through the show, I think we should go for something a little bit more fishier. So I think we need to try this one more time.
Yeah, baby!
A great big fishy kiss on the cheek. It does take a lot of trust and teamwork while working with a wild animal like your star Java. But folks, Java and Ann are not quite done with their show yet. They're going to make their way back inside the exhibit to show off a little bit more for you back there. And while these two are making their way around, let me tell you a little bit about our other sea lion who's waiting patiently in that holding pool to your left. Now, she is our female sea lion. She goes by the name of Bunker. Bunker is also 8.5 years old, a little bit smaller than your star, weighing in at about 150 pounds. Now, Bunker and Java are still small for their age. They are still growing. Adult females, when full grown, can reach weights up to over 250 pounds. But that's not as much as your star. When your star is full grown, he could tip the scales at over 700 pounds. Now, both Java and Bunker do know how to perform in these shows. We take turns rotating them throughout the day. But right now, it is Java's turn. So folks, put your hands together and welcome your stars back. Now, we get a very popular question here. Many people wonder, how do we train all of the behaviors you've seen throughout our show? And to answer this, I'm going to show you one of the first things Java learned, and this is called targeting. Now, all that means is Java learned to place and hold his nose to our fist. Now, once he was comfortable with this, we were able to transfer it to other objects, such as that red and white buoy on a stick called a target pole, or even that red sparkling ball suspended high above the water. Now, Java learned to follow these objects around, and we get some really cool behaviors like jumping. Folks, that ball started off at the surface, and we've been able to raise it higher and higher until the point it is at now. But you know what, folks, that ball looks awfully high today. I think Java's giving some encouragement from you fans, so put those hands together, cheer him on. That's right. All right, Java, can you touch that ball? And what a splash. He got his entire body up and out of that water to touch that ball. And you can see that Aaron is rewarding him with his favorite food. And what's a sea lion's favorite food? That's right. And that's what we call positive reinforcement. And that is how we train all of our animals here at Atlantis Marine World. But folks, like I said earlier, Java is only 8.5 years old. And that's still pretty young for a sea lion. Sea lions in aquariums like this one can live well into their 30s. But today, Java wants to end his show off right and prove to all of you that even though he's young, he's still extremely brave. And to do that, he's going to climb to the tallest part of his exhibit. And he made it up there with no trouble at all. That's right, folks. But just wait, Java is so brave that he's not even afraid to high dive. He's not even afraid to high dive. All right. That's one second, folks. Java, you're making me look like a fool. You look like a great big chicken up there. You're supposed to be showing off your dive. Don't you want to dive? No. No. All right. This is the big finale of the show, Java. This is what you're supposed to do. Let's see. What's going on up there, buddy? What's the matter? I see. But Java, I don't think your fans understood that, but that's alright, I can translate. Java said he made it all the way up there, and he only got a half-hearted applause from you guys. The sun is shining, it is a gorgeous day today. That's right, put those hands together, cheer him on. Alright, Java, let's try this one more time. Show us your high dive. Fantastic job. I told you he was our brave young star. But unfortunately, folks, with that act of courage, it does just about bring us to the end of our show. You have been such a great audience. Why don't we put our hands together one more time for your stars? Now, I do ask you, please remain seated for one quick moment. Allow us to get those side gates open so you can exit safely. But on behalf of myself, your superstar Java, and his trainer, Ann, thank you for joining us, and have a great day. Bye-bye. Once again, folks, thank you for joining us. You can now exit.